Mr Barnett, we elected you to improve health, not to make it easier to sack health workers. We elected you to improve education, not to take away school workers' rights at work. We elected you to improve community safety, not to make life tougher for police officers. Mr Barnett, we elected you, and we can unelect you too. Get the facts about the state government's workplace changes at WorkChoices.wa.com. Authorised by Simone McGurk, Unions WA, Perth.
What do you perceive as the risk for teachers?
The reason that Unions WA decided to launch the campaign No Work Choices in WA.com is that we have a real concern that this state government is going to change the industrial relations laws here. It's quite a solid act we've got at the moment in Western Australia. It provides some good protections for bargaining, and also there's an independent umpire, which I think has been really useful over various disputes over the years, and there's good protection against unfair dismissal. There's also a solid award system. They're all the things that we're concerned are at risk in this review of the industrial relations laws, and so we've decided to try and send a message to the state government, to Colin Barnett, to Troy Buswell, to Brendan Grills out in the regions, that they should think very carefully before they change the industrial relations legislation in this state. They're the protections that people rely on. That's the system that means that teachers in particular, all public sector workers rely on to provide good pay and conditions, attract people to stay in schools and not be lured into the resource sector when there's big bucks on offer.
Do you think the independent public schools bit is a start of their movement into education?
We've seen various manifestations of the state government starting to express themselves in the last 12 months since they've been elected. The independent schools program is one of those manifestations where we're really concerned that there will be resources and ability for some people to get ahead, but not for others. And we don't want to live in a two-tiered society. We don't want to live in a society in Western Australia where people can earn extraordinarily good money in the resource sector. Then there's inflationary pressures that push up prices of houses and housing and other services out there in the community, and everyone else is left to go and beg. We want to make sure that we make the most out of this boom, and that sure, there's money coming out of the resource sector, but we use that money smartly and we start to provide the underpinning services that are needed out there in the community for schools, for hospitals, for community safety, for amenities, roads and the like. That's what's important now, is that we really make the most and we don't have a two-tiered society. And I think that the independent schools program is a manifestation of where this government might be going to look after some people and not others.
Mr Grills, we elected you to improve health, not to make it easier to sack health workers. We elected you to improve education, not to take away school workers' rights at work. We elected you to improve community safety, not to make life tougher for police officers. Mr Grills, we elected you, and we can unelect you too. Get the facts about the state government's workplace changes at WorkChoices.wa.com. Authorised by Simone McGurk, Unions WA, Perth.